Hello friends, did you know your zodiac sign might be the secret to unlocking your perfect workout? Think about it. Why do some people thrive in fast-paced, high-energy routines while others feel more connected to calm, grounding practices? Maybe, just maybe, the stars have something to say about it. Let's dive into the best workout for each zodiac sign and see if the cosmos have been guiding your fitness journey all along. Aries, the trailblazer. Aries is the spark that lights the fire, the unstoppable energy that bursts forward before anyone else even thinks to move. Imagine the athlete who shows up at sunrise, sneakers tied tight, already sprinting while the rest of the world is still stretching. That's Aries in motion. When it comes to working out, you don't just want to exercise, you want to feel alive. You thrive on sweat, speed, noise, and intensity. Your workouts aren't background music. They're a drumline, a battle cry, an adrenaline rush that makes your blood sing. For Aries, fitness is competition, even if the only opponent is yourself. You're ruled by Mars, the planet of action and war, which means your spirit ignites in moments of challenge. CrossFit boxes, HIIT circuits, martial arts gyms, these are arenas where you shine brightest. Picture yourself in a room full of heavy weights, kettlebells, and battle ropes. You don't just see equipment, you see weapons of victory. The timer beeps, the challenge begins, and instantly, you're in your element, pushing harder, moving faster, setting the pace for everyone else. You're not afraid of exhaustion, in fact, you chase it. To you, muscle burn is proof of progress, sweat is proof of survival, and the final representative is proof that you didn't quit. Aries also craves workouts that test the body and the mind at once. Martial arts are almost made for you. Every kick, every punch, every defensive stance channels your inner warrior. It's not just physical training, it's a controlled release of your fire. When the world frustrates you, when emotions build like a storm, you don't talk it out, you train it out. The bag takes the hits, the mat absorbs the energy, and you walk away cleansed, re-centered, ready to conquer again. But here's where Aries is unique. You're not built for monotony. You're the zodiac's pioneer, the sign that loves beginnings, and that means you thrive when your workouts constantly evolve. The same treadmill routine will bore you to tears. You need change, new classes, new trainers, new sports, new challenges. One week it might be kickboxing, the next it's bouldering, and the week after, you're running obstacle courses in the mud. You're the one who signs up for Spartan races, triathlons, or extreme endurance events just to prove you can. For Aries, impossible is not a barrier, it's an invitation. And let's not forget your love for speed. Sprinting is your superpower. Whether it's dashing across a track, sprint intervals on a bike, or powering through explosive plyometric moves, that burst of velocity makes you feel unstoppable. Long, slow jogs? Not your style. You want fire, intensity, a heart that feels like it might burst from your chest, in the best possible way. Still, every Aries must be warned. Your fire burns hot, but sometimes too hot. You're prone to injuries because your passion often outpaces patience. Rest days feel like punishment, but they're essential for your body's recovery. The key is to channel your energy wisely, balance that fiery drive with proper warm-ups, stretching, and moments of calm to avoid burning out. Think of it as sharpening your blade before battle. Even warriors need maintenance. Ultimately, Aries, your workout is your battlefield, your arena of glory. It's where you release tension, rediscover your strength, and remind yourself that limits are only illusions. The best workout for you isn't just about fitness, it's about proving, day after day, that your fire can't be contained, only directed. When you move, the world notices. You don't just work out, you blaze a trail that others can only hope to follow. And now, a little side note. If you'd like to support the channel, there's a thanks button right under this video. Your support truly helps me keep creating. And of course, if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. Thank you so much for being here. Now, let's continue. Taurus, the grounded builder. If Aries is the wildfire, Taurus is the mountain. Solid, steady, and unshakable. When you think of Taurus energy in fitness, Picture a weightlifter slowly adding plates to the bar, week after week, never rushing, never wavering, until their body becomes a masterpiece of strength. That's the Taurus way, deliberate, methodical, and unyielding. You're ruled by Venus, the planet of beauty and pleasure, which means fitness for you isn't about punishment. It's about cultivating strength while honoring your body with rituals that feel good. Taurus craves workouts that bring both structure and enjoyment. You're not the type to leap into the latest fitness craze just because it's trending. You prefer exercises that stand the test of time. Strength training fits your nature perfectly. Squats, deadlifts, bench presses, these are your bread and butter. You love the process of feeling grounded under a heavy bar, the satisfaction of controlled, deliberate movement, and the reward of seeing your strength grow gradually. Unlike impulsive signs, you don't quit when progress slows. You know that persistence always pays off. Your body thrives on consistency, and your stubborn determination means once you commit, you'll stick to it long after others have given up. But Taurus is also deeply connected to the senses, and that means your workouts often extend beyond pure physical effort. They must feel good to the soul. Yoga is a natural fit for you because it combines movement with serenity. The stretch of muscles, the rhythm of controlled breathing, the grounding sensation of your body pressing into the earth, all of it speaks to your Venusian spirit. A slow-flow yoga class, or even a restorative evening session, lets you connect with your body in a way that feels luxurious. On the flip side, power yoga or hot yoga can challenge your endurance while still keeping you aligned with your love for structure. Nature is also your perfect gym. Hiking, long walks, cycling on scenic trails, all of these combine fitness with the grounding energy of the earth. For Taurus, being surrounded by trees, fresh air, and open skies isn't just exercise, it's therapy. The crunch of gravel beneath your shoes, the scent of pine, the sunlight filtering through leaves, all of these sensory details recharge you as much as the workout itself. If Aries finds fuel in competition, you find yours in nature's embrace. And then there's the matter of routine. Taurus, more than any other sign, thrives on schedules. You like to know when, where, and how you'll work out. Random chaos doesn't inspire you, it distracts you. A consistent workout plan becomes a ritual, something you look forward to, like sipping your morning coffee. That's your strength. While others burn out, you keep showing up. Your stubborn streak, often seen as a flaw, is actually your greatest asset in fitness. When you decide to commit, nothing and no one can move you off course. Still, your love for comfort can sometimes slow you down. You may linger a little too long in bed, choosing softness over sweat. That's why it's important for Taurus to make workouts pleasurable. Beautiful workout clothes, a calm and inviting studio, a playlist of music that makes you feel alive. All of these little luxuries keep you motivated. Fitness should feel like an act of self-love, not sacrifice. When exercise becomes something enjoyable, you'll return to it again and again without resistance. Above all, Taurus, your workouts are about building, not just muscle, but resilience, patience, and balance. You're not the sprinter racing for quick wins, you're the builder constructing something that will last a lifetime. Over the years, your strength only grows, your endurance only deepens, and your connection to your body becomes stronger. While others chase trends, you build results. While others burn out, you keep moving. While others lose focus, you remain grounded. For you, fitness is not a frantic chase, it's a steady climb. Every rep, every hike, every stretch is a brick added to the temple of your body. And because you move with patience and intention, the temple you build is solid, beautiful, and enduring. Taurus, you are the proof that the strongest foundations aren't laid in speed, but in stillness, discipline, and devotion. Gemini, the curious explorer. Gemini is the restless breeze, the fluttering bird, the spark of curiosity that refuses to be tied down. You, Gemini, are ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication and quick thinking, and this shines through in the way you approach fitness. For you, working out isn't just about sweating. It's about discovery, novelty, and mental stimulation. You crave variety like oxygen, and if a routine feels too predictable, your interest vanishes in an instant. A treadmill set to the same speed every day? Forget it. Repetition feels like a cage, and your spirit was born to explore. Your best workouts are ones that surprise you, challenge your mind as much as your body, and keep you guessing at every turn. Dance classes are perfect because they let you move with rhythm, express yourself through music, and, most importantly, change from song to song. One day it's salsa, the next it's hip-hop, and after that, maybe a little swing or Zumba. Each step is a new word, each beat is a new sentence. You're writing stories with your body, and your restless mind stays engaged because no two routines ever feel the same. Circuit training is another Gemini-friendly workout, and it suits you because it's like fitness speed dating. One moment you're lifting weights, then jumping rope, then doing push-ups, then sprinting, all within minutes. The variety keeps your attention locked in, and the fast pace matches your naturally high-energy personality. For Gemini, standing still feels like stagnation. Movement is life, and the more movement, the better. But perhaps your greatest fitness superpower is your love of connection. You're a social sign, the butterfly of the zodiac, and you thrive in environments where you can interact with others. Group workouts, partner exercises, or even team sports make you feel alive. Imagine the laughter of a dance fitness class, the camaraderie of a boot camp session, the encouragement of a spin studio filled with music and energy. That's where Gemini shines. You don't just show up for the workout, you show up for the people, the stories, the shared experience of moving together. That being said, your dual nature means you need balance between physical stimulation and mental engagement. Workouts that include learning new skills are especially exciting for you. Kickboxing, where you're memorizing sequences and techniques, or climbing, where each route is a puzzle, can keep your mind buzzing as much as your body. Even something like acro yoga, where you're building trust with a partner and learning synchronized movement, gives you the variety and social connection you crave. Of course, your challenge is consistency. You start strong, signing up for classes, buying colorful workout gear, maybe even convincing 3 friends to join you, but your enthusiasm can fade if things feel repetitive. The key for Gemini is to constantly reinvent your workouts. Try monthly challenges, switch up studios, experiment with new sports, or even combine workouts with travel by taking local classes wherever you go. That way, your fitness never feels like a chore, it becomes a living adventure. In the end, Gemini, your workout journey is about keeping your spirit engaged as much as your muscles. You're not the type to train silently in a corner. You want music, people, stories, challenges, laughter, and change. The more dynamic, interactive, and exciting your workout is, the more likely you'll stay committed. For you, movement is not just exercise, it's play, conversation, discovery, and the joy of never standing still. Cancer, the nurturer. Cancer is the gentle wave, the protective shell, the soft moonlight guiding you home. When it comes to fitness, Cancer, your approach is deeply emotional, intuitive, and comfort-driven. You're ruled by the moon, the planet of feelings, cycles, and inner worlds, which means your workouts aren't just about physical strength, they're about safety, emotional balance, and a sense of connection to something deeper than just muscle and bone. You thrive when your exercise environment feels nurturing, familiar, and soothing to your sensitive spirit. For you, the best workouts are the ones that feel like a sanctuary. Swimming is almost magical for Cancer. The moment you slip into the water, your worries dissolve. The embrace of cool waves or the stillness of a pool feels like being held in the arms of the universe. Each stroke through water is rhythmic, meditative, and healing. It's no coincidence that many Cancers feel deeply connected to water. It mirrors your own emotional depth, cleansing you both physically and spiritually. Pilates is another perfect fit, because it strengthens your core while emphasizing gentle, controlled movements. For Cancer, this is important. You want workouts that protect, not punish, your body. The core strength you build also resonates with your symbolic shell, giving you inner stability and resilience. Pilates routines are graceful yet powerful, allowing you to feel stronger while staying in tune with your body's sensitivity. Yoga at home may be your ultimate safe haven. Rolling out a mat in a quiet room, lighting a candle, and moving at your own pace gives you comfort and control. No pressure, no judgment, just you and your breath. Cancer thrives on environments that feel secure, and home workouts give you exactly that. Yoga also helps you process emotions. Whether it's stress, sadness, or joy, you can flow through poses and release what's heavy on your heart. But beyond the physical, Cancer, you need workouts that honor your emotional side. Group settings can sometimes feel overwhelming for you, unless the environment is warm and supportive. You don't like competitive vibes. You'd rather be in a class where people encourage each other, not where they try to outshine one another. That's why softer fitness communities, gentle yoga studios, swim groups, or Pilates collectives often resonate with your soul. Your challenge, Cancer, is motivation. On tough emotional days, you may retreat into your shell and avoid movement altogether. This is why it's important for your fitness to feel emotionally safe and soothing. If exercise feels like punishment, you'll resist it. If it feels like self-care, you'll embrace it. Think of your workouts as an extension of nurturing yourself, just like cooking a comforting meal or taking a warm bath. Fitness for you is about healing, not harshness. Another element that inspires Cancer is rhythm and flow. Dance workouts, especially ones that emphasize expression over performance, can be deeply fulfilling. Moving your body in harmony with music helps you channel emotions that words can't express. Whether it's gentle ballet-inspired bar or flowing contemporary dance, the act of moving with feeling becomes therapeutic. Ultimately, Cancer, your workouts are less about pushing limits and more about finding emotional grounding. You thrive in spaces where you can release tension, feel comfort, and reconnect with your inner world. Swimming, yoga, Pilates, these are not just exercises for you, they are lifelines, rituals that remind you that strength and sensitivity can coexist. When you nurture your body through gentle but consistent fitness, you nurture your spirit too. For Cancer, movement is not about domination. It's about protection, healing, and coming home to yourself. Leo, the performer. Leo is the blazing sun at the center of the zodiac, radiating warmth, confidence, and undeniable presence. Wherever you go, people notice, and when it comes to fitness, you don't just show up, you put on a show. You're ruled by the sun itself, the symbol of vitality, self-expression, and light, and this influence makes your workouts more than physical. They become a stage where you get to shine. Fitness for you isn't just about reps, calories, or muscles. It's about passion, energy, drama, and the thrill of being fully alive in your body. You need movement that feels like celebration, not obligation. That's why workouts like Zumba, dance cardio, or high-energy group classes were practically invented for you. Picture the beat of the music pounding through the speakers, lights glowing, everyone moving together, and there you are, front row, giving every ounce of energy you've got. For Leo, this isn't just exercise, it's performance art. Every twist, every jump, every smile is part of your routine, and you thrive when others are watching, cheering, or even just noticing your energy. The applause may not always be literal, but the admiration is there, and it fuels you. Dance in particular speaks to your inner performer. Salsa, hip-hop, jazz, or even ballet-inspired workouts let you channel your natural flair for drama into movement. Your body becomes an instrument, and your workout becomes a stage where you get to tell a story. The louder the music, the brighter the lights, the better you feel. For you, energy flows not only from within, but also from the audience, whether that's a packed class or a group of friends laughing along as you lead the way. But Leo's fitness story doesn't end with dance. You also thrive on any workout where leadership plays a role. Boot camps, team workouts, or even leading your own group of friends through a fitness challenge allow you to step into your natural role as motivator and inspirer. You love being the one others look to for energy and encouragement. That moment when someone says, "I only finished because you pushed me." That's your crown, your proof that your fire lights the way for others. Your workouts must also feel fun and dynamic. A boring, repetitive solo gym routine won't hold your attention. You'll abandon it faster than last season's fashion trend. You need workouts that make you feel excited to show up, that turn sweat into celebration. Even strength training can work for you, but only if you add an element of performance. Think group classes, personal trainers who cheer you on, or challenges where you get to show off your progress. At the same time, Leo, you crave results that reflect your effort. You love seeing your body strong, toned, and radiant, not just because of health, but because it becomes another way for you to shine. You thrive on progress photos, compliments from others, and the confidence that comes from knowing you look as powerful as you feel. For you, fitness isn't just inner strength, it's an outer glow, a physical expression of the fire that burns within. Still, your challenge is discipline. You're all in when the spotlight is bright, but when no one's watching, motivation can fade. The trick for Leo is to keep yourself inspired by turning workouts into events. Sign up for classes, join communities, or even record your fitness journey, anything that keeps you accountable to an audience, even if it's virtual. For you, fitness works best when it feels like performance, when it carries flair, drama, and celebration. Ultimately, Leo, your workouts are your stage, and your body is the star. You don't just exercise, you perform, inspire, and radiate energy that others can feel. Whether it's dance, cardio, Zumba, or any fitness that lets you lead and shine, your true power comes when you combine sweat with self-expression. When you work out, the room lights up, and for a moment, the world gets to bask in your glow. Virgo, the perfectionist. Virgo is the meticulous craftsman of the zodiac, the one who notices details no one else sees, who refines, polishes, and perfects. When it comes to fitness, Virgo, your approach is less about flash and more about precision, discipline, and mastery. You're ruled by Mercury, the planet of intellect and analysis, and this influence makes you thrive in workouts where every movement matters and every detail has purpose. For you, exercise isn't just about sweating. It's about technique, progress, and the satisfaction of doing something the right way. That's why workouts like Pilates, bar, and precise strength training routines are your natural match. Pilates appeals to your love of alignment and control. The way each move requires exact posture, steady breathing, and mindful focus feels like second nature to you. It's not just exercise, it's a practice in discipline and body awareness. You love the way it strengthens your core, corrects imbalances, and leaves you feeling both stronger and more centered. Bar, too, is a Virgo's dream. The small, controlled movements, the emphasis on form, and the mix of strength and grace all align with your perfectionist streak. Every pulse, every plie, every extension is an opportunity for refinement. You don't rush, you perfect. That's where you find joy, in knowing that your consistency and attention to detail will always pay off in results. Strength training also fits your nature, but only when approached with structure. You're the one who carefully logs sets, reps, and weights in a notebook or app, tracking progress with the diligence of a scientist. Where others throw themselves into random workouts, you build a plan, follow it with precision, and analyze what works. The satisfaction you get from improving form on a squat, mastering technique on a deadlift, or seeing steady gains over time is unmatched. For Virgo, the workout isn't just physical, it's a study in efficiency and improvement. Beyond the physical, Virgo, you thrive when your fitness includes a sense of routine. You love structure, and you're most successful when you build a consistent schedule. You don't mind repetition as long as it's purposeful, and you find peace in knowing exactly what comes next. Fitness, for you, can even become a meditative ritual, the quiet discipline of showing up day after day, refining your body with the same patience and dedication you bring to everything else in life. Still, your greatest strength can also be your challenge. Your perfectionism sometimes makes you overly critical of yourself. You may focus too much on flaws, comparing your progress to an impossible standard. That's why it's important to remember that fitness isn't just about perfection, it's about growth. Progress is progress, no matter how small. Learn to celebrate your achievements instead of chasing an unreachable ideal. Workouts that emphasize mindfulness can help balance this tendency. Yoga, for instance, allows you to blend structure with self-compassion. The alignment appeals to your love of order, while the breathing and mindfulness remind you to be gentle with yourself. Even a simple stretching routine, done with intention, can help calm your analytical mind and keep you grounded. Ultimately, Virgo, your workouts are about mastery, not just of your body, but of discipline, patience, and self-awareness. Whether it's Pilates, bar, or carefully structured strength training, you thrive when every move has purpose and every detail is correct. You're not chasing the spotlight, you're building something lasting, a body and a mind honed through dedication and precision. For you, fitness isn't about showing off, it's about perfecting the art of movement itself. Libra, the harmonizer. Libra is the living embodiment of balance, grace, and elegance. You're ruled by Venus, the planet of beauty, harmony, and connection, and that influence spills into every aspect of your life, including fitness. For you, a workout is not just about sweat and strain, it's about cultivating equilibrium between body and mind, finding flow, and creating a sense of inner peace that radiates outward. You're not drawn to the raw intensity of chaotic movement or the extremes of pushing yourself to exhaustion. Instead, you thrive in routines that feel artful, balanced, and socially engaging. You need fitness that not only sculpts the body but also nourishes the soul, bringing both serenity and connection. Yoga is almost tailor-made for you, Libra. The graceful arcs of a sun salutation, the slow precision of holding a pose, the rhythm of breath syncing with movement, it all appeals to your need for balance. In yoga, you find not just exercise but a spiritual grounding, a way to align your inner self with your outer world. You love how it teaches patience and balance, reminding you that strength isn't always about force. Sometimes, it's about holding steady, about finding calm in discomfort. And beyond the poses themselves, yoga appeals to your aesthetic side. The flowing fabrics, serene studios, and meditative ambiance make the entire experience feel beautiful, which matters deeply to you. Tai Chi is another practice that resonates with your spirit. The slow, flowing movements feel like a dance with the universe, a moving meditation that builds strength quietly, gracefully, and intentionally. Every motion is precise, every gesture meaningful. For you, this isn't just physical activity, it's art in motion. Tai Chi teaches patience, alignment, and control, all values that sit naturally within your Libran soul. It reminds you that harmony is found not in speed but in balance, not in force but in flow. Partner workouts are also essential for your fitness journey. Libra, you're a social being who thrives on connection, and exercising with others makes movement more meaningful for you. Whether it's acro yoga, ballroom dance classes, or even simple partner circuits at the gym, you love the sense of teamwork, the shared laughter, and the mutual encouragement. To you, fitness is never solitary. It's about creating bonds, feeling supported, and giving that support back. When someone mirrors your movements or matches your rhythm, it fills you with joy. You're not just working out, you're creating harmony between two souls in motion. You also crave beauty and elegance in your workouts. A dance-inspired bar class, where each movement feels precise and graceful, might appeal to your artistic side. Even group classes that blend music, rhythm, and flow, like rhythmic yoga or Pilates with soft instrumental beats, keep you inspired because they feel beautiful as much as they feel effective. Your aesthetic sense pushes you to environments that are visually pleasing. Calm studios, open-air classes in nature, or gyms with symmetry and flow in design. You perform best when your surroundings are peaceful and inspiring, not harsh or chaotic. Still, Libra, your challenge is decision-making. You're notorious for indecision, and that extends to your workouts. You may struggle choosing between yoga and bar, Tai Chi and Pilates, partner workouts and solo routines. You can become paralyzed by the options, waiting for the perfect balance before you commit. The truth is, you thrive when you blend styles, combining yoga with dance, Tai Chi with strength work, or alternating between solo flow and group classes. The key is not choosing one, but allowing your fitness to be as fluid and varied as your need for balance itself. Ultimately, Libra, your workouts are about harmony. They're about creating equilibrium in a world that can feel off balance, finding beauty in the act of movement, and connecting deeply with others as you move together. Whether it's yoga, Tai Chi, dance, or partner training, you thrive when your workouts feel like art and connection at once. For you, exercise is not just physical, it's emotional, aesthetic, and relational. You are the harmonizer, and your body's rhythm is the bridge that unites strength with serenity, self with others, motion with meaning. Scorpio, the intense transformer. Scorpio is the storm beneath the surface, the quiet force that builds until it explodes with raw, unstoppable energy. You're ruled by Pluto, the planet of transformation, and Mars, the planet of drive and war, which gives you an intensity that few others can match. When it comes to fitness, you don't just want to move your body, you want to transform it, to test your limits, to dive into the deepest trenches of strength and come out reborn. You don't crave easy wins or light challenges. You hunger for the kind of workouts that demand everything from you, physically, mentally, emotionally. For Scorpio, fitness is not a hobby. It's a crucible, a place where you burn away weakness and rise stronger. Kickboxing is almost an exact reflection of your energy. The sweat flying with every punch, the raw power of a kick, the sound of gloves hitting a bag. It's the perfect outlet for the intensity you hold inside. You thrive in workouts that let you release your inner fire, channeling all your focus, aggression, and strength into something productive. For you, every jab isn't just a punch, it's a release of pent-up emotion, a declaration of your willpower, a statement that you refuse to be defeated. Powerlifting, too, calls to you. The raw challenge of pushing heavy weights, of testing your strength against gravity, is intoxicating. There's nothing soft or decorative about it, just you, the barbell, and your determination. Scorpios love the feeling of transformation, and with powerlifting, progress is visible, measurable, undeniable. You love seeing how far you can go, how much more you can carry, how much stronger you can become. Each personal record you set feels like a victory not just over the weight, but over your own former self. Hot yoga might sound contradictory, but it fits your spirit perfectly. Scorpio thrives in intensity, and hot yoga creates a physical and mental battlefield. The heat presses in, the sweat pours, the body shakes, and yet you hold the pose, refusing to yield. For you, this is more than fitness. It's a test of endurance, a ritual of transformation. In that steamy room, you shed more than sweat. You shed fear, self-doubt, and every weakness clinging to your spirit. You emerge from each session not just tired, but renewed. Your focus is legendary. When you commit to a workout, nothing breaks your concentration. While others might chat between sets or check their phones mid-session, you disappear into a tunnel of intensity. For you, fitness is sacred time, a ritual of self-mastery. You don't just move through exercises. You dive into them with full presence, channeling every ounce of mental energy into form, strength, and endurance. This makes you one of the most powerful athletes of the zodiac, because your drive is fueled not by surface goals, but by a deep inner need to evolve. Scorpio, your workouts are also deeply tied to your emotional world. Exercise is therapy, release, transformation. When life feels heavy, when emotions threaten to overwhelm, you turn to fitness as your purge. Sweat is your tears, movement is your confession, exhaustion is your healing. You don't shy away from darkness, you embrace it, burn through it, and come out stronger on the other side. Still, your greatest challenge is balance. Your all-or-nothing intensity can push you too far, risking burnout or injury. You may throw yourself so deeply into transformation that you forget the value of rest. For Scorpio, the key is remembering that even the fiercest warriors need recovery. Transformation doesn't come only from fire, it also comes from renewal. Ultimately, Scorpio, your workouts are not about looking good or keeping busy. They are about transformation, about testing your limits, about emerging stronger, tougher, and more resilient every single time. Whether it's kickboxing, powerlifting, hot yoga, or any challenge that pushes you to the edge, fitness for you is a ritual of rebirth. You are the intense transformer, and every drop of sweat is proof that you are unafraid to face the fire and come out forged like steel. Sagittarius, the adventurer. Sagittarius lives for wide horizons and open roads, and your ideal workout feels less like a scheduled obligation and more like an invitation to explore. You're ruled by Jupiter, which gives you a restless, expansive soul. Mornings that start with a sunrise run down a river path, afternoons that become a sudden decision to drive 2 hours for a new trail, and weekends that read like a postcard. Cliffside hikes, gravel rides through rolling farmland, a paddle to a hidden cove. Your body responds best when movement is married to discovery, so the single most important thing you can do is design training that feeds curiosity as reliably as it builds fitness. That means alternating long, exploratory sessions with focused training blocks that let you chase performance without killing the fun. Think terrain variety first. Trail runs of different lengths and technicality teach your legs to adapt, improving proprioception and making your body resilient the way your mind needs to be, ready for whatever path appears. Road runs teach rhythm and pace. Gravel or single track teaches balance and quick footwork. Mountain hikes build strength and lung capacity through elevation gain. Cycling gives you range. Road rides develop sustained power. Gravel rides add unpredictability and bike handling, and mountain biking builds explosive leg and core stability. Each discipline complements the others, and the secret for SAG is to rotate them so every week feels like a different stamp in your travelogue. When you are between trips, do focused sessions that transfer directly to adventure. Hill repeats for climbing stamina, tempo rides for steady power, and fartlek or interval trail efforts to mimic the stop-start nature of real-world terrain. Strength work is non-negotiable for a Sagittarian who wants to stay injury-free while chasing horizons. Prioritize posterior chain strength, deadlifts, Romanian deadlifts, single-leg deadlifts, kettlebell swings, because strong glutes and hamstrings protect your knees and carry load on long descents. Add loaded carries and step-ups to translate gym strength into trail utility. But keep sets crisp and purposeful. Long, body-smashing sessions bore you. Short, high-impact strength circuits that leave you energized rather than depleted are ideal. Think supersets of squat variations, single leg work, and core bracing drills done in 20 to 35 minutes, twice a week. Mobility and ankle stability drills belong in your warm-up before every adventure. Hip openers, thoracic rotations, calf lifts, because an adventurous life punishes stiffness quickly. Programming for Sagittarius should feel like a choose-your-own adventure, with a backbone of structure. Instead of rigid calendars, use themed days. Long exploratory day hike or long ride, skills day trail technique, climbing, paddle practice, quality day speed or power session, and recovery day easy swim, mobility, restorative yoga. This structure gives your brain variety and your body progression. Track 2 to 3 meaningful metrics that matter to you: miles per week and elevation gain, average power for rides, or time to top on a favorite climb, so your adventurous spirit can see tangible growth without getting obsessed with numbers. Celebrate those micro wins: the first time you summit a ridge without stopping, the day you outtried a headwind, or the run you finished while laughing with friends. Fuel and recovery must be as intentional as your itinerary. Adventuring consumes glycogen and electrolytes in unpredictable ways. Practice fueling on the move real food you'll actually want on a long ride or hike. Learn your mid-ride carbohydrate preference, and prioritize post-outing protein to repair tissue. Sleep is non-negotiable for the SAG who wants consistent joy from movement. Late nights and sunrise pushes are romantic, but chronic sleep debt steals stamina. Build a recovery toolbox. Foam roller, percussion device, compressive socks for long travel days, and a simple stretching routine you can do in 10 minutes anywhere. Embrace active recovery, easy swims, gentle yoga, or a slow walk on rest days, to stay mobile and curious without flatlining. Socially and mentally, tap your wandering heart. Group runs that rotate neighborhoods, club rides with changing routes, multi-day trips with friends, or destination races keep motivation high because the adventure becomes narrative. You're not training, you're collecting stories. Sign up for events that combine travel and challenge: a trail festival, a gravel grinder in a new state, a coastal relay, and your SAG energy will practically train itself. But guard against one of your signature pitfalls: overcommitment. Your yes reflex will stack adventures into weekends without leaving space to recover. Implement simple guardrails: one full rest day per week, one low-impact week per month, and a deload every 4 to 8 weeks depending on intensity. That balance keeps your curiosity from burning you out. For beginners or those returning from injury, translate your Sag spirit into bite-sized exploration. Local loop hikes that add a new feature each week, short bike tours that end with a coffee shop you haven't tried, or trail sessions that progress from flat to slightly technical. For veteran explorers, add specificity. Training blocks focused on elevation gain, multi-day endurance conditioning, and skills clinics for climbing or navigation. Always keep it playful. Your best training will feel like play, not punishment. When your workouts feed both your desire to move and your desire to discover, you'll show up consistently. You're not logging miles merely to hit a number. You're opening a map and making a life that looks like one long, glorious expedition. Capricorn, the determined climber. Capricorn approaches fitness like a craftsman approaches a project, measured, patient, and unforgivingly consistent. Saturn rules you, which gifts you with an appreciation for the slow compound interest of effort, the kind of daily opting in that, over months and years, produces undeniable transformation. Your ideal workout is structured, trackable, and designed for steady progression. You thrive when training is part of an ordered plan with milestones you can measure, and you perform best when you can see incremental wins, more weight on the bar, a faster tempo run, a longer hike with less perceived effort. That's why marathon cycles, periodized strength programs, and long-term training blueprints are your bread and butter. Start with goals that are specific, time-bound, and stretch but reasonable. Capricorns love a challenge with a clear horizon. A fall marathon, a winter powerlifting meet, or a spring hiking objective with significant elevation gain. Once the target is set, structure a training plan in phases: foundation, build, peak, and deload, and stick to it like a ritual. Your reliability is your greatest fitness asset. Scheduling workouts like meetings in a calendar is not boring for you, it's empowering. Use a training log. Track not only loads and times but also sleep quality and mood. The data reveals trends you can correct tactically. When performance dips, do you need a deload or better sleep? You will appreciate the answers. In the gym, prioritize compound lifts and progressive overload. Squats, deadlifts, presses, and rows form your core program because they produce transferable strength to running, climbing, and daily life. Periodize your strength blocks. An accumulation phase focused on volume to build muscle and movement quality, followed by an intensity phase to build maximal strength, and finally an integration phase where those gains are applied to sport-specific power and conditioning. Include unilateral work, split squats, single-leg Romanian deadlifts, to minimize asymmetries that sabotage long-term gains. For runners, add strength at low volume and high intent to preserve speed. For lifters, periodize aerobic conditioning to maintain metabolic health without killing strength adaptations. Cardio for Capricorn is best treated like a tool rather than a box to tick. If you're training for an endurance event, you'll respect mileage progression rules and include tempo runs, controlled long efforts, and quality interval sessions. If your priority is strength, use conditioning sessions, sprints, sled pushes, circuits to maintain work capacity without derailing strength gains. You don't respond well to aimless, steady state that isn't tied to a purpose. Every session should fit into the arc of your larger plan. Capricorns also benefit from measurable conditioning markers: a target 5K time, a set power threshold on a bike, or a steady heart rate zone for long runs. Recovery is a strategic choice for Capricorn. You understand that the long game requires patience, so plan deload weeks, prioritize sleep, and schedule mobility and soft tissue sessions proactively. Add joint strengthening drills, shoulder stability, hip hinges, ankle mobility, because nothing ruins a disciplined plan faster than chronic niggles. Make recovery non-negotiable. An hour of targeted mobility on training adjacent days, a weekly contrast bath or compression session after the toughest block, and scheduled off days that you honor without guilt. This discipline to rest is what keeps you climbing year after year. Your mental approach to training is as important as your physical plan. Caps are natural planners and sometimes perfectionists. Use that to your advantage, but avoid letting a single missed session derail the month. Build resilience by focusing on weekly success rates rather than daily perfection. When setbacks occur, write them into the plan. If illness or life interrupts training, treat it like a micro-adjustment. Shorten the tempo run, swap a heavy deadlift day for a mobility and single-leg session, and preserve the integrity of your long-term objectives. Your talent lies in circumstances. You'll quietly spend years getting better while others chase quick fixes. Structuring your life around your goals is comfortable for you, but don't forget to make your program sustainable. Choose a gym you like, a coach whose philosophy you respect, and a schedule you can keep for months. Energy management beats intensity in the long run. Capricorns who burn bright for a single season often burn out. The wise Capricorn builds a career out of fitness. Include enjoyable anchors in your routine. A weekly hike with friends, a restorative yoga class that resets your nervous system, or the simple joy of a hard-earned sauna. These small pleasures are not frivolous. They're the lubrication that makes your work sustainable. Measure what matters. Incremental load increases, training consistency, sleep scores, and functional markers. How you feel on a Monday run versus a week 1 month ago. Keep KPIs realistic and tailored to your goals. If you're the kind of Capricorn who finds satisfaction in spreadsheets, create a dashboard that tracks trends, not just single-day outcomes. Celebrate the 6 months and 1% greater you, because that steady climb is how you win. Finally, own your leadership. Capricorns often become the quiet backbone of training groups, people who show up, respect the process, and led by example. Use that influence. Mentor a beginner, lead a small training group, or volunteer at local events. Teaching refines your own fundamentals and deepens discipline. Your ultimate strength, Capricorn, is your ability to make hard, steady choices day after day. The workouts that suit you best are not always glamorous. They are consistent, measurable, and slowly, inexorably effective. You are the determined climber who builds longevity through structure, and every deliberate step you take is another rung on the ladder you're intent on ascending. Aquarius, the innovator. Aquarius is the visionary of the zodiac, the one who sees possibilities in places where others see routines, the one who turns ordinary ideas upside down until they sparkle with originality. You are ruled by Uranus, planet of revolution, electricity, and surprise, and that energy filters straight into how you approach fitness. For you, a workout cannot feel like a treadmill going nowhere. It has to feel like an experiment, a breakthrough, a new frontier that nobody else has touched yet. Traditional, repetitive programs suffocate your spirit. If the class is predictable, if the routine is identical every week, if the exercise looks like something everyone else has done 1,000 times, you'll lose interest before you even break a sweat. What excites you is the unusual, the futuristic, and the slightly eccentric. Workouts that feel like inventions rather than obligations. That's why unconventional fitness speaks to your soul. Aerial yoga, for instance, is tailor-made for Aquarius. You're not just stretching, you're floating, suspended in silk hammocks, defying gravity, merging artistry with innovation. It's yoga, yes, but reimagined, which is exactly what you crave. The same applies to trampoline workouts. The sheer playfulness of bouncing, the unexpected combination of childhood joy and high-intensity cardio, the way it shocks your muscles into working differently than they're used to. You thrive on the surprise of it all. And then there's virtual reality fitness, the perfect marriage of technology and movement. Why settle for running in place when you can sprint through an alien world, sword fight in rhythm games, or dance with avatars across digital landscapes? For Aquarius, the future isn't just coming, you're already working out inside of it. But your innovation doesn't stop at trendy classes or gadgets. You're drawn to hybrid forms of movement that others haven't thought to combine. Imagine Pilates fused with boxing, dance cardio blended with martial arts, or climbing walls designed with augmented reality projections. You gravitate toward communities that value experimentation. Pop-up fitness events, flash mob dance workouts in public squares, rooftop yoga under drones that project light patterns across the sky. Your fitness thrives where there's creativity, surprise, and a sense of revolution against the ordinary. Even unconventional environments excite you. parkour through urban landscapes, paddleboard yoga in the middle of a lake, or cycling classes inside art galleries where the music and visuals are curated to stimulate your imagination. Structure and monotony are your greatest enemies, so your best plan is a non-plan with a framework. Instead of rigid schedules, build fitness like a rotating gallery. Change your exhibit every few weeks. 1 month could focus on aerial practices, the next on aquatic movement, the next on experimental tech-based workouts. You love being the early adopter, the one who tries things before they're mainstream. If there's a new fitness gadget, you're the first to test it. If a local studio offers a never-before-seen class, you'll sign up even if you don't know what it is. Your body responds best to this unpredictability because your mind is fully engaged, and when your mind is engaged, your body follows. Aquarius is also deeply humanitarian, so social innovation matters to you. Group workouts that double as causes, charity fitness events, community cleanup workouts, fundraising challenges tied to movement, inspire you more than private gym sessions. You want your sweat to mean something beyond calories burned. You want it to ripple outward into change. Collaborative workouts, team-based challenges, and experimental communities keep you not only physically committed but spiritually aligned. You don't just train for yourself. You train to help shape the future of how communities move together. Even your recovery must feel futuristic and original. Think cryotherapy chambers, infrared saunas, float tanks, or biohacking recovery gadgets. You'll geek out over data tracking wearables, HRV monitors, and sleep optimization tools. The more it feels like science fiction, the more motivated you are to try it. For Aquarius, fitness is not about grinding out reps. It's about creating a personal revolution, about proving that movement can evolve just as rapidly as technology and culture do. Your best workouts, therefore, are not workouts at all. They're innovations, experiments, and previews of the future. Pisces, the dreamer. Pisces moves through life like water, flowing, intuitive, emotional, and always connected to something larger than the self. You're ruled by Neptune, the planet of dreams, imagination, and transcendence, which means that for you, exercise can never be only about mechanics. A workout that feels robotic, soulless, or purely physical will drain you. What you crave is movement that feels poetic, that links the body with the spirit, that turns sweat into expression. Your ideal fitness is art in motion, where each stretch, each step, each breath becomes part of a larger emotional canvas. Swimming is your natural sanctuary. Water feels like home, and in the pool, ocean, or lake, you dissolve into an environment that mirrors your spirit, boundless, fluid, soothing yet powerful. Lap swimming can be meditative for you, the rhythm of strokes and breath lulling you into a trance-like state. Open water swimming can be transformative, offering you not just exercise but communion with nature. Every stroke is prayer, every ripple a reminder of your connection to the universe. Water is therapy for Pisces, and fitness that brings you into contact with it will always leave you whole. But you are not limited to swimming. Dance-based workouts suit your imaginative nature. Zumba, contemporary dance, ballet-inspired bar, or even free-form ecstatic dance allow you to merge fitness with self-expression. You thrive in music-driven environments, where rhythm pulls you forward and the workout feels like storytelling through the body. Dance lets you process emotions, release tension, and elevate your spirit. For Pisces, the best fitness sessions are the ones where you leave not just physically lighter but emotionally unburdened, as if you've shed invisible weights. Yoga is another practice that aligns perfectly with your essence. It's not about hitting poses with precision. It's about merging breath, movement, and spirit. Gentle flow, yin yoga, or even aerial yoga which feels dreamlike to you resonates deeply. You're drawn to candle-lit studios, soft music, meditative guidance, and environments that feel sacred. When yoga is practiced as a moving meditation, it grounds your emotions while allowing your imagination to drift freely. Pisces doesn't just do yoga, you surrender into it, using it as a channel for healing and self-discovery. Artistic and aquatic workouts are your themes, but variety still has a place. Tai Chi, for example, with its fluid, circular motions, mirrors your natural affinity for flow. Stand-up paddleboarding adds an element of gentle challenge, forcing balance while still keeping you in harmony with water. Even creative fusions, like dance-yoga hybrids, underwater cycling, or sound bath-infused movement sessions, ignite your soul. The key is that the workout must feel like more than movement. It must feel like ritual, connection, or dream. Because Pisces is sensitive, the environment matters as much as the workout itself. You'll wilt in harsh, noisy gyms under fluorescent lights, but you'll thrive in serene studios, nature-based settings, or aquatic spaces. You need surroundings that nourish your spirit: gentle lighting, soothing soundscapes, natural elements. When your space feels aligned, you'll give more of yourself to the movement. When it doesn't, you'll withdraw. That's why choosing the right setting is as important as choosing the right exercise. Recovery for Pisces is equally spiritual. Floating in sensory deprivation tanks, soaking in mineral baths, meditating by the sea, or using aromatherapy while stretching helps you rejuvenate on deeper levels than just muscle repair. You don't just want to recover physically, you want to restore your soul. Music, visualization, and even dream journaling around your workouts help you integrate the emotional release that comes with your style of training. For Pisces, fitness is not something you endure. It's something you melt into, something that transforms you in ways that can't always be measured in numbers. Ultimately, Pisces, your best workouts are the ones that blur the line between exercise and art, between fitness and spirituality. You are the dreamer, and for you, movement is not about control but about surrender. Swim into the unknown, dance until you feel lifted, flow through yoga until you forget time, and you will find yourself not only healthier but also more deeply connected to the magic that fuels your imagination. Fitness, for Pisces, is not about effort alone. It is about transcending effort, about turning the body into a brush that paints emotion across the canvas of life. So, what do you think? Did your zodiac sign call out your perfect workout? Or did it surprise you? Either way, the stars may just be giving you a little nudge toward your next fitness journey. When you stop and reflect, there's something fascinating about how our personalities, our motivations, and even our hidden struggles can echo what the zodiac has been whispering all along. Maybe you recognized yourself instantly: the fiery Aries charging through a hit circuit, the steady Taurus feeling rooted in yoga, the adventurous Sagittarius finding freedom on mountain trails. Or maybe it caught you off guard, making you wonder if the reason you keep skipping certain workouts is that they don't align with your cosmic wiring. The truth is, fitness is not one size fits all, and when you align your routine with who you are at your core, movement stops being a chore and starts feeling like self-expression. Suddenly, that 6 a.m. alarm doesn't feel so punishing because the workout waiting for you feels like it belongs to you, not to someone else's template. The beauty of this cosmic perspective isn't just in labeling exercises by zodiac signs, it's in offering a mirror. Astrology doesn't command, it nudges. It doesn't dictate, it suggests. Think of it as a gentle coach standing on the sidelines, pointing you toward the training ground where your potential might shine brightest. That's the magic of it. When you see yourself reflected in a description, you feel understood, validated, even motivated to push further. And when you feel called out, maybe even challenged, that spark of surprise can lead to breakthroughs. What if the universe is quietly saying, "Try this, it might just work for you"? That little push might be the difference between giving up after 2 weeks and finding a lifelong love for movement. Astrology thrives on symbolism, and workouts are full of them. Each rep, each mile, each stretch is both literal and metaphorical. The disciplined Capricorn doesn't just climb a hill. They conquer obstacles step by step in life. The Aries Gemini doesn't just crave variety in circuits. They mirror their own curiosity about the world. The dreamy Pisces doesn't just float through yoga. They practice surrender in both body and soul. By framing fitness through this cosmic lens, you're not just exercising muscles, you're training spirit, character, and purpose. It's about creating a dialogue between the stars above and the sweat on your skin, reminding you that movement can be magical when it's aligned with meaning. So when you ask yourself, did my zodiac sign truly call me out? Pause and notice your gut reaction. If you laughed and said, that's so me, you've just found confirmation. If you raised an eyebrow and thought, no way, consider that the stars might be asking you to expand, to stretch into something new. Either way, it's a gift. Fitness doesn't have to be punishment. It can be play, exploration, and transformation. Your sign isn't a box to trap you, it's a doorway to explore what feels authentic. If this cosmic guide made you think differently about how you move, that's the point. The stars don't care about your calorie count or your split times. They care about alignment of energy, purpose, and joy. And maybe that's why astrology feels so timeless. It gives us permission to stop copying everyone else's blueprint and start following one that feels written in the sky just for us. So take this as your sign, literally, that your next step in fitness could be the most personal one yet. Step into it with curiosity, with courage, and with cosmic confidence. If you enjoyed this cosmic guide, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more astrology-inspired insights, and check the description for more videos and links to follow along. The universe has plenty more wisdom to share, don't miss it. Because just like in fitness, the more consistent you are in showing up, the more you'll discover. And who knows, your next breakthrough might not come from the gym or the trail, but from the stars themselves, pointing you toward exactly where you were always meant to go.